Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to part 3 of my tutorial with Miniconda and Python 3.8. Today we're going to be going over how to install your text editor or your IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. Alright, so basically they have a couple different versions out there. What we're going to cover is just how to install it, which one I prefer and why I prefer it. Basically, this is how we're just going to edit all of our projects and do some programming. So the different types they have out there is IDLE, that comes basic with Python, except for the way that we installed it since we used Miniconda. So there's also Sublime text. That one's pretty decent and low profile, meaning it's not a lot of bloatware. PyCharm, on the other hand, is a little bit intense when you first start looking at it. It is very helpful. However, again, there's a lot of extra needed stuff that we don't really use or could capitalize on at this point in time. My favorite, hands down, absolute favorite, is Atom, just because it's so low profile. It's streamlined. You only install packages that you want to install, and that's about it. So without further ado, let's get started. First, we're going to go and navigate to the link I've included in the description below, or you can search in Google for atom.io. And we can just go in here and install it. It's got a really cool website. Basically, it's a hackable text editor. It allows you to edit whatever you want and customize it however you want with GitHub integrations, everything. And, you know, it's really streamlined. They even have documentation on how to go through and edit it. Lots of great documentation that you guys can peek through if you're not quite happy with it. That's what I love about it, is if you're not quite happy with it, you can change it. So while this is downloading, basically we're going to go over how we're going to set up our first project, or set up a project, open a project in Atom, and just play around a little bit. And I'll give you like a package or two that I want to install that I normally do, or not necessary. So if you want to stick around for that, you can. Otherwise, we are going to install this puppy. There's not really much to this. You just hit the install button. Looks like it just finished downloading and we're about to run through this install. Pretty much does it as is. It does everything it's supposed to do. We got some cute little graphics. It takes a little bit, so it's not the fastest install. However, it is some of the most cool, full-featured IDEs that they have out there. They have a bunch of different themes you can apply, you know, dark themes, light themes. They give you a bunch of packages to download. Not all of it, like, again, none of this comes basic with it. So whenever, I guess I already had packages installed. All right, so whenever it opens up, basically you're given a welcome screen, which I don't have because I've installed it, not installed it just for this tutorial. So what first we're going to do is we're just going to go open a project folder, or add a project folder. I'm going to bring this over here so you guys can't see everything, but basically I'm just going to navigate to that that environment and folder that we created in the last one. I believe it was called Test Python. Right, so here we are, Test Python, and I'm just going to select the folder. And from here we have that text file that we generated using Miniconda. That's all fine and dandy. From here, if you just right click on the folder, you can create a new file like test.html. You know, and it even does like pretty little icons and stuff like that. And like I said, it's really slimmed down. It's really, you know, it's really slim. So there's not much you can not do. They have basic stuff that automatically populates, like PyCharm for auto completion and stuff like that. So it's really helpful. So yeah, that's about it. This is my favorite text editor, hands down. We can go look at the settings and see which packages I have installed. I believe they're in their packages, installed packages, got 86. Okay, so this one is not really useful. I'm going to go ahead and uninstall that. The file icons is what gives me these pretty little icons. That's kind of cool. Pretty JSON is a very convenient one if you're working with JSON files. Basically, it auto saves them. So like, I can actually do a quick test right here. New file, do testing, or testing.json. Okay, we got that. We're going to do open and close. We can do a key, so that we're going to say this is a key and this is a value, integer value. That'd be a string value. So let's do like 32 and then comma. So if we all one line this and you hit save, oh no, bad error syntax, line 11, position 11. Oh, the comma. All right, just because I didn't have multiple. All right, so if I sit here and I can do value, let's see, some value, and then we can do this is a string. I can spell string. Right now, if we just go ahead and collapse this, so normally you would get it fully collapsed from like whenever you do a JSON request to any API, but whenever you come back here and save it, it'll automatically throw it into this nice little format. So that's why I like that pretty JSON. Python debugger, don't even worry yourself with it. I'm gonna just uninstall it. I'm gonna install this one. So really the only two I have is file icons to give me cute little icons. So as you can see, the JSON one, let me create a Python file. So let's do python.py, and it gives a cool little icon. So I wonder if it'll do it for JS, so, or Java. Java.java. Hey, there we go. It even does a little Java icon coffee cup. So anyway, like I said, you can install a bunch of packages. You can do themes on the fly. You get community themes. You can install updates right in the system. You know, it's really cool, really great. You can change the font size, everything. Hotkeys, anything you want. So anyway, I really prefer this package. They have others out there, like PyCharm's a pretty decent one. And Sublime Text is really close to Atom. They're a little bit more full featured in the way they're programmed. You can open huge text files. The way it does the loading, it just stores it all in RAM. But I think I've opened up like 1.6 gigs of a text file to just look at and parse through. So you can do that in Sublime Text. Atom, not so much, but I rarely do that. So I prefer Atom's. Oh, I didn't even see this there. I prefer Atom's layout. So anyway, they have GitHub integration if you're interested. But you know, anyway, so that's about it. That about handles which IDE I will be using throughout all my code and projects and how I set it up. All I did was blank install. There's 2 packages that you can install. They're definitely not mandatory. And if you find some other themes you like, go for it. You can't go wrong with trying to customize your layout and making you feel comfortable while you're doing all of this. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If you guys like the video, please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.